Well, these are the two groups in the women's doubles, and 5 different flags, 2 pairs from China, 2 from Japan and 2 from Korea. So with the women's singles, it's the least diverse of all 5 disciplines. We're concentrating on the Group B encounter, and Kim Hae-jeong and Kong Ki-young are the number 2 seeds, so they top Group B at the start of the week. And of course, Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan finished the World Tour ranked number 1 on the race to these World Tour finals, so they're the number 1 seeds in Group A. So it is the world champions and number 3 seeds Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning up against the 8th pair to qualify for the World Tour finals. In fact, it's the first pair from Chinese Taipei to qualify in the women's doubles discipline at the World Tour finals in the World Tour era. That's pretty special, isn't it, Steen?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And the first qualifiers since 2017 from Chinese Taipei. 1, 2 World Tour titles this year. And I think that's a bit of a major breakthrough for them. The world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning, also happen to be the Olympic silver medalists, and 5 finals at World Tour events this year, winning 4 World Tour titles, but they haven't contested a final since winning gold at those World Championships. Well, this will be a 5th meeting between these 2 pairs, and all 4 previous encounters have been won by the world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning, and all won in 2 straight games. That last meeting was in the 2nd round of the Indonesian Open, one of the 4 Super 1000 events. Close second game, as you saw, 22-20.
Red, black for you. She will conduct the toss.
Our guest to do the toss of
Red.
the coin.
Who will receive? 10. Who will serve?
So they've chosen to receive.
Choose your side. That's it. Thank you.
Pair from Chinese Taipei, a left and right-handed combination. So Liu Shangshu is the youngest player on court at the age of 21 from Liaoning province, coastal province on northeast China. 175 is about 5'9", and they're enjoying their 49th week in total as world number 1s. In fact, it's the 40th consecutive week as world number 1s on the world ranking, but as I was alluding to a moment ago, only finished the World Tour race to these finals at number 3. Tang Ning is a year older at the age of 22 from Hunan, landlocked province in south-central China. And they won the Malaysia Masters, the Indonesia Super 1000 and the Japan Open, and then the China Super 1000. So 2 of the 4 Super 1000s won by the Chinese combination. So as far as the Chinese Taipei pair are concerned, Hsieh Pei-shan is the right-hander. She turned 28 last month from Pingdong, and they're making their debut, obviously, because I was telling you that they're the first pair from Chinese Taipei to qualify for the World Tour finals. This is the 8th edition of the World Tour finals. Before that, we had the Super Series finals. The left-hander, Hangzhou, from Nangtou, in the center of the island. fame.
Ready to play.
Hangzhou as the only non-coastal county on the islands. Their 2 World Tour titles this year was in Chinese Taipei on home soil and also in Macau. So our court officials for this one, Chaturanga Vishwanath from Sri Lanka and Cody Leach, the service judge from the United States of America. Heavily strapped left knee for the left-hander. Hsieh. Well, obviously the Chinese pair come into this as favourites, not only
Ladies and
world
gentlemen,
champions, but having won the 4
on my right,
previous encounters.
Hsieh and Tang Ning, China. And on my left, Hsieh and Hung En Shu, Chinese Taipei. Hsieh to Soto, Tang Ning, Lowell. Play.
So it is the pair from Chinese Taipei, Hsieh and Hung, getting this Group B match underway. Whoops.
Service over.
Hit her partner.
1 low.
Yeah, that's a lovely change of pace.
2 low.
Well, I was mentioning that the world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning, haven't contested a final since winning gold at the World Championships. 4 tournaments, international tournaments, I should say, in the interim period. And that, I think, is a little bit of a surprise. They lost in the quarterfinal of the Denmark Open to Fukushima and Matsumoto, and then they withdrew the following week from the French Open. Not sure what the injury problems were. I've noticed that Liu Shangshu has got a, is it the right knee that's heavily strapped?
It is, and I seem to recall having seen a news note that it was Liu that was having some problems, but I haven't noted down what it was.
Service over. 3 2.
They also last year when they won the Olympic silver medal, they also struggled a little bit, understandably so, because it was a completely new pairing, and it was a little bit surprising that they qualified for the Olympics. So it was understandable that they sort of had to spend a little bit of time digesting what they'd actually accomplished. But it seems like it's been the same after the World Championship this year.
Well, yeah, it isn't surprising. I agree with you, Steen, because, I mean, after last year's Olympics, we talked about so many players who were having the post-Olympic blues.
Yeah.
So if they've really built up towards the World Championships, it's not surprising they'd sort of feel a little flat afterwards, that they've accomplished what they set out to accomplish this year.
Yeah, they've risen through the ranks extremely fast.
Yeah, and I mean, that's emphasised by the fact that, you know, this is a 3rd consecutive World Tour finals for them, and the previous 2, they've reached the semi-final on both occasions. You know, as a young pair, in 2023, and that was only their first year on the World Tour together, wasn't it? I mean, they played a couple of tournaments in 2022.
Then Liu won, was it Malaysia or India Open she won with
no, it was the
Indonesia Masters. That's right.
Yeah. Hsieh.
Where I thought that they were going to be the new pair that should sort of take over from Chen and Jia, but then they found something better. And Tan Ning started playing women's double. But it has been a year where after the Olympics the women's doubles have seen a lot of changes and partner switches and so on, and that means that even though they were the last pair to qualify, Hong In-soo and Hsieh, it was actually
too high.
a given thing for quite some time that they were the heavy favorites to qualify, because there were so many points ahead of the next pair in the line. So it's going to be an interesting year we're going to go into in terms of seeing who is going to challenge in the women's doubles for the top 8, top 10 world ranking. And Chinese Taipei, they have a lot of women's doubles players competing in the international circuit. If you've got that many players, then you're almost bound to have someone sort of coming up a little bit better than the others, and at the moment it seems like it's going to be this pair.
Yeah, well taken.
Service over. 5-7.
9 women's doubles pairs in the top 50 of the world ranking from Chinese Taipei.
Because I recall there's been some tournaments, Super 750 or Super 1000, where we've discussed that there were 9 pairs from Chinese Taipei entered, or maybe it's been one of the Super 500s where we looked at the main and qualifiers, but they really put a lot of players out on the international circuit.
Yeah.
Service over. 8-5.
And they've had trouble, Chinese Taipei, in terms of finding a women's doubles. They've been strong in all the other 4 categories. Well, perhaps mixed doubles also struggled a little bit, but ever since Chen Wen-Xing and what was her name, Chen Yu-Qian.
Yes, it was Chen Wen-Xing and Qian Yu-Qin.
Yeah, they were really contenders, and I think they won medals at the World Championships. And the last pair to qualify for the World Tour finals in 17, that was surprising to me. That was Wu Qijing or something like that.
Su Yaqing and Wu Tijing.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah.
10-5.
I think it's lovely to see Su Yaqing back playing again.
It is.
Well, she's doing well with her new partner. So it is a handsome lead as far as the world champions are concerned. Liu Shangshu and Tan Ning here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players back on court.
Tao Xiaoming, the coach for the Chinese pair. He should be pretty happy with their performance so far.
Play.
Lovely shot. That is fabulous from
Service over. 6-11.
Nice.
Beauty.
That's a super shot.
7-11.
23rd individual tournament of the year for the pair from Chinese Taipei. What is it with the players from Chinese Taipei? Chou Jianzhen in the men's singles has played something like 25 tournaments this year.
I don't know. They
They
don't want to
build
be at
them-
home.
They build them tough, don't they?
11.
But it also, I mean, sending 9 pairs out to enough tournaments so they can get into top 50 in the women's doubles, that's 18 persons
Yeah.
that you have to sort of
Service over.
finance traveling around.
12-8.
There's a lot of economy behind that.
Yeah.
And I think we can see here, even though it looks like it's gonna the first game at least gonna be business as usual with Liu and Tan having the upper hand. I think we can see why. I tend to think of Hung and Hsieh as sort of like the best of the rest, the non-big women's doubles nations. And how is it not a big women's doubles nation? Because they have a lot of pairs, but they haven't produced the top results yet.
Yeah.
10
Good
challengers
point. Now,
called
the Chinese pair challenging that, I don't know if you saw that, Steve, but I thought that looked clearly, and
I thought so too.
no wonder they're challenging then. Yeah, to pick up on your point again there, Steen, as we wait for the instant review to make a decision. Here it comes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was in. Good challenge. You know, women's doubles, I said when we were looking at the groups, only 5 different flags next to the 8 pairs. 2 from China, 2 from Japan, 2 from Korea. And that is the big
That's the
women,
big nations.
That's the big
And
women's
they
double
could have
nations.
qualified more pairs had they been allowed to. Number
Yeah.
3, 4 pair is also strong contenders, and that's why I feel that I'm putting Indonesia in that group as well. But they've been splitting their pairs a lot lately to try and find something that's competitive. But if you
service over.
perhaps Thailand.
9-14.
At least they used to be strong, but some have called it quits, and some are injured and so on. But after that, I think this pair here is quite solid. I can see why they're winning some tournaments.
Yeah, and yesterday
Leo,
they
get
went
ready
up to a career high on their world ranking, up 2 places to
Yeah.
number 9.
Service over. 15.
They like
9.
to play a little bit from a counter-attacking perspective, Hsieh and Hung, and I'm actually quite in line with that. The problem here is that their opponents are just a notch sharper, so
Yeah.
I don't think they can withstand the Chinese attack.
No, and I think you also
Service
need
over.
to bring into the equation,
10,
Steen, the recent
15.
form. I know that by our very high standards and expectations of the world champions, that since winning the world title, they perhaps haven't performed to their best. But when you look at the pair from Chinese Taipei, their last 3 tournaments, 3 first-round losses.
Lost in the first round.
Yeah, which is, you know, considering in Kumamoto they were the number 5 seeds, and in Australia they were the number 3 seeds, is disappointing from their point of view.
It was lucky they didn't need better results to qualify.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe it's got something to do with that strapping on the left leg of Hsieh. I don't know if she's been injured. Plays in the mixed doubles as well. And
17,
obviously the
10.
preferred player to take charge of the front court in the combination, the left-hander. Oh, there's some strapping on the upper arm as well, or the shoulder.
She's had a back injury too, hasn't she?
It's understandable if you play 22 each one once
Yeah.
a year.
18,
And she's tall.
Yeah.
10.
Three points away from the opening game for the number 3 seeds.
Good technical skills, Hsieh, but just up against players that are
19,
even more powerful
10.
than she is. And I feel perhaps when they want to play this sort of like counter-attacking game, then it's important, in my opinion, to have two players that have a really good eye for the game on the front court, where I feel Hsieh is stronger at the back court.
Yeah. Or perhaps not able to read the game in the same way at the front.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a more accurate way of describing it. Yeah, it's a good rally.
20, game point.
But that
10.
brings up 10 game point opportunities for Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning.
Game.
Opening game, 21-10.
First game won by Liu Shangshu and Tan Ning. 21-10.
16 minutes for that opening game. And that was very impressive indeed, I thought, from Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. Looked very much in control of that opening game.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over for 5 play.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Place back on court. Hun, back on court. Liu.
So the reigning world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. One game to the good, 21-10 that opening
Second
game
game.
against Hsieh
Low ball.
and Hangzhou.
Play. One love.
What do you think the pair from Chinese Taipei need to focus on here, Steen?
That's a really good question. I mean, I don't think they can continue to just stand there and the Chinese attack at them. So either I would advise them to try and get some more initiative, or I would like them to try and turn the defense around earlier and see if they can score in that sort of phase where they should turn defense to attack. Might have to be a mixture of the two things, but in the long run, the defense doesn't hold up against Liu and Tan, and I think it's probably the two most hard-hitting women's doubles players in the world. Then there's the pace option, but I feel that Hsieh and Hong are having difficulties raising the pace. They're quite keen on lifting. Well done by the Chinese, who scored an easy point there in the sort of changing phase, counter-attacking.
But that's the problem for the Chinese pair, isn't it? Because when even the Chinese Taipei pair, because every time they do try and attack, there's immediate counter-attack, drive defence, or a block, or whip the shuttle across court. So you can't maintain that attack.
No, very difficult. And the thing that you would say then is, okay, play with even more patience. But if you do that, as long as the Chinese hold their great shot quality, then it's difficult. It's difficult for the Chinese Taipei pair to create the openings. So one of the things would be to try and push the lifts a little bit in terms of playing a bit more flat, then come forward in the defense there. Yeah, there was some of it, but it felt more like sort of like a coincidence than a planned thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I think if they can play a little bit better lifts and then step a foot forward in the defense, so they get better opportunities at turning the defense around, I think that's where the better options lie for scoring points. The problem is that, in my opinion, there's basically only one player to score from the first 50% of the court. I know that's over exaggerated, but it's Hong and Su who's got the better eye for the game on the front court.
Yeah.
So Hsieh will need bigger opportunities to be able to intercept.
Service over. 4-all.
Well, you know, Steen, there's only been 3 different pairs from China to win the women's doubles title at the end-of-year finale in the Super Series and World Tour era.
Only 3?
Only 3 different pairs, but won 7 titles, those 3 different pairs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chen and Jia have won
4. And Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang 3. And the only other pair was in Dubai.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Majin?
No challenges remaining.
No, it was the twin sisters, Luo Ying and Luo Yu.
Ooh, yeah.
Service over. 5-all.
So, of course, Tiang Qing and Zhao Yunlei.
10, get 20 quicker.
They never won it.
Service over. 6-5.
20 seconds. Court to 20 seconds.
Service over. 6 all.
Mind you, there's only been 3 different players who have won a title at the end of year finale that has come from Chinese Taipei. And that was the men's doubles pair, the 2-time Olympic champions, Li Yang and Wang Qilin, who won in 2020 in Bangkok in January of 2021, if you remember. And of course, Tai Su Ying, 4 titles to Tai Su Ying in the women's singles.
Yeah, they won when badminton was restarted, didn't they?
That's right, the men's doubles.
And Wang.
Yeah. Tai Su Ying announcing her retirements just a couple of months ago, or maybe it was even last month.
I think so, yeah.
Gosh, how we miss her.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, you see, that's an example of when she goes forwards, she's not... that was just too big a swing. It's not the instinctive front court player sort of technique, is it?
No, and the racket goes up a split second too late. I know it's harsh, but I mean, if you want to compete with the world champions, then that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
The tumble serve is working really well so far.
It's gone way long of the back line.
8-7.
Yeah, I think that the development for women's doubles, I'd like to see more and more players using the tumble serve.
Also, especially female mixed doubles players.
Yeah.
Nine, 7.
Yeah, across the body. That's good awareness from Liu Shangshu. Across the body of the left-hander. Played to perfection. Nice. That's
11-7 interval.
efficient play by the world champions. And a 4-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the second game. Yeah, look at that put away. Very, very efficient. So on a run of 5 straight points, the 11-7 advantage.
And the Singleton challenges called out.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Liu back on court. Eleven, 7. Play.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
So 11-7.
30. Play.
That's a pity. From Chinese perspective, that was
Service
dominant play
over.
by Liu Shangshu.
8-11.
11-13.
Leave. Get ready quicker, no delay.
Service over. 14-11.
Oh, that's well played. Well, there you are, Steve. She can play it nicely from the front of the court.
Yeah, she can. It's just when you compare to the world
Yes.
top 3, then she's not.
And she doesn't do it.
dominant.
She doesn't do it often enough.
You could also say that maybe it's Hsieh who can't put enough pressure on from the backcourt or in the
11.
counter-attacking phase or something like that. But I think we've spotted it reasonably well with Hsieh. Excellent technical skills. She reminds me a little bit about Liu Shangshu, actually. Good technical skills, moves. Well,
11 all.
And that's a beautiful serve.
4 straight points.
That's nice. Found the gap.
16-11.
There's a chance.
Oh, strings have gone, I think, in Liu Shangshu's racket. She's running off.
Well done.
Yeah.
12-11. Back to court, please. Thank you. Quick towel.
So it's now 5 straight
Stand
points
back on court.
for Hsieh and Hung.
12.
And into the
11.
lead. Fluctuating fortunes.
Play on.
Service over. 12-17.
Super. Isn't that rally just
Service over.
exemplifying what we were talking about with the defence of the world champions? They're so solid in defence. Even when you're trying to keep patient like that, how do you force the world champions to hit a weak reply? It's so difficult.
It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. And the thing is, your own sort of margin for not an error, but a not so good shot is very, very small. Whilst the world champions, they can get away with a little bit
13.
worse shot and still stay in the
12.
rally than their opponents.
Because of that solid defence.
Yes.
That was interesting. Much
Service over.
flatter smash.
13.
In the middle,
Yeah.
or perhaps not in the middle, but then to the right side of Liu Shangshu.
Service over. 14-13. 刘 Leon.
28 point 12.
She knew that was going long.
15-13.
Pulled out of the shot.
Game. Second game won by Anna Stephenson, 21-12. One game over.
You see, when Tang Ning's got that
16,
tumble serve going,
13.
from the onset of the rally,
They just
the
lift.
opponents have to lift.
Yes.
And you've already told us that the Chinese players have got two of the hardest smashes in the women's doubles game.
It's a huge advantage.
What can you do?
And it helps the whole women's doubles ecosystem, because Jia Yifan and Jiang Shushan, they will get used to returning those serves in practice.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's no one serving it, how can you learn to return it? When you only play it once in a while in tournaments.
That's a good point. Good rally. Brilliant.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, she's missed it. Would you believe it? Yeah, she can hardly believe it. Hsieh Shan.
17.
Longest
13.
rally so far.
Liu, show back way.
Yeah, we saw some misses like that from Tom Jikel, didn't we, in our first match of this evening session.
Show back way.
Call 2, 20 seconds. Call 2.
All the players so desperately wanted to qualify for these World Tour finals, and with $3 million in prize money,
Thank
it's
you.
hardly surprising that they
No,
want to do
no,
well,
no.
and the nerves might be jangling.
Richest ever tournament
Yes.
for badminton.
Yeah,
13.
And much fewer players to
Danny
divide
Chopra.
the prize money with compared to normal tournaments.
yeah. The winners of the singles gets $240,000, and the winners of each of the three doubles gets $252,000.
Over $250,000.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
I don't think I earned anything like that in my entire career.
No.
Different days, different eras.
Ah,
How wonderful that the
Come on,
sport has
Jill.
moved on.
that year when you had a good month of June.
I was in 10 finals in 1 year, you know.
That's good.
14. 17.
I could elaborate on that, but I won't. I'll just let you have it this time. That's good.
Service over. 18-14.
Yeah, they're just marching
They
towards
are
the
in
goal,
full
aren't
control.
they? Yeah,
They're in full control.
2 points away from a victory in their first match in Group B. Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. Beautiful. Make that match point opportunities. 6 of them to be precise.
Match point
14. Game.
Super. A lovely change of pace. We've seen that on numerous occasions in this match from the world champions. And a delightful drop shot. 38 minutes for their victory. And very
Match
impressive
won by
indeed.
Liu Shenshu and Pan Ning. 21-10, 21-14.
Well, the match clock actually just rounded up to 39 minutes. That isn't that delightful. What a lovely drop to finish the match. And congratulations from coach Tao Xiaoming, and rightly so. So confirmation of the score, 21-10, 21-14 in 39 minutes. So we look forward to our third match of the evening session, and it's a fascinating all-Chinese affair in the men's singles. Because it is the number 2 seed, Li Shifeng, who won the Asian Games gold medal a couple of years ago, beating his opponent of today in the final. And his opponent is Hsieh, the reigning world champion and defending champion of the World Tour Finals title. Welcome back to Hangzhou, day 1 of competition here at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals for 2025. Our next match, the third match,